right, guys, we're working with a Whirlpool Cabrio. There's a big capacity dryer. So the issue with this one is whenever you start it, it just clicks over. You hear a little click on the brain and it's not starting. Door switch is fine, which is that one. Lights are turning on, everything turns on. It just clicks basically on the brain. All right, so we're gonna take a look to see what it is inside. Most likely it might be either the belt might have ripped or a thermal fuse might have been blown. The way to disassemble these are through the back side. You're gonna go back here, some screws right here, all right? Screws right there. The whole panel comes off, so you can slide it backwards and then it should let you, actually forward, I'm sorry. Slide it forward and then it has some clips right here, right there, and the other one right there, and then the top opens up. All right, so let me go ahead and do that and I'll be right back to show you the rest. All right, so there are some screws right there, right there, and right there. There's 3. These are star screws. I'll show you what they look like with one of these. All right, they're not Phillips. They're star safety screws. And you remove this one from the filter. All right, so after we remove those, like I had mentioned, remove the panels. All right, both panels, it just screws all the way around. And then these are the ones that are holding the lid on top, which is this one and this one. All right, after that, all you do is just push it back like this, and it should be able to open it up from the top, okay? So there's a couple clips right here and right there, and that should release it. All right, so as you can see, the lid is open. You can lean it against the wall. And that's what it looks like. So you have 2 harnesses right here, one for the light, one for the door switch. Very easy to remove. You just pull this and you start taking them out like that. This one has a little push-in button like that, and that removes. Then you have these star screws. All right, you're gonna remove the whole metal piece right here so it can release the whole front panel. That's all you gotta do, and then we'll remove the whole front panel. All right, don't worry about these right here. There's only these 2 in the back that hold the whole panel. We already did remove the front screws from earlier, so that should release the whole thing forward. All right, so let me go ahead and do that. All right, guys, so this is what it looks like by removing that front panel with the door. All right, I did forget to mention there are 4 screws through the bottom. All right before you remove that door. On these models, they do have it. Some of them have like little hooks, but this one did have the screws. All right, and they are 1/4. So there's a few Phillips screws, and then most of them are 1/4 like that. All right, like hexagon. So yeah, so we're here. We're gonna go ahead and remove this blower casing, because what we're looking at is there's some fuses right here in the back. That's where the thermal fuse is. So 2 things usually happens is either a belt breaks, and this one does have the belt and it's nice and tensioned, so the belt is there. So next thing I check would be that thermal fuse, check continuity, and then go from there. So let me go ahead and remove it. If anything, I'm just gonna try to see if I can just get continuity from before removing the whole front panel, just to see if that's the case. All right, so I'll remove this. It has a few screws around. All right, I do see that this dryer is very dirty. It has a lot of lint, so I do have to remove the whole thing. All right, guys, because fire hazard. All right, so just remember that. If you see a lot of lint in there, go ahead and clean it, because you got the element right there, so you don't want to cause any fires. Just caution. All right, so let me go ahead and remove everything, but on your case, you could just remove this front panel with the with the blower casing, and then you can just check continuity on the sensors are right there. All right, so let me go ahead and do that. All right, guys, right before I removed it, I just wanted to check the thermal fuse. Once again, 2 prongs right here, and it was right there. See that little gap in that screw? Just wanted to check it. The other one is a moisture sensor that detects humidity inside, right? So that's what tells it when to stop when it's automatic. The other one is your thermal fuse. So let me show you what it looks like, which is this one right here. All right, a lot of Whirlpool, Kenmore products, they have this. So how you test it? Continuity. If it beeps, then it's good. If it doesn't beep, all right, so check this, no beeping. So this is what the issue is. So check this and check this, nothing. All right, so this thermofuse is blown. Now, reason why thermofuses blow like that, one of the issues is, once again, a lot of lint. So if your ventilation in your house, if you don't clean it regularly, it piles up with lint like that. So if it suffocates the machine, it will blow the fuse. Another reason how it could blow your fuse, bad electricity, and last thing will be if you overload your dryer. If you put more clothes than it should, usually when it's stuffed in there, all right, if that forces the mortar, that usually makes the mortar will grab more juice, and that will blow that fuse. All right, guys. So if your dryer is clean, there's no lint, that you might have overloaded it, or you have an issue with your electricity. But yeah, all we gotta do is just switch that fuse, and it's ready to go. We'll test it out. So let me go ahead and find another one, and then we'll get it tested. Okay, my friends, so we have the new part right here. So we're gonna go ahead and open it. It is the original through the manufacturer. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and test this so you guys can see once again. So this one is good, this is the bad one. Bad. So that's your issue right there. We're gonna go ahead and install it, and then we're gonna go ahead and test it out. Okie doke. Okay, so the part has been installed. It's gonna right there, which is the blue one. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just put everything back together. All right, so this is what it looks like right now. Once again, I'm gonna vacuum that right there. We're gonna put this cover in front of the blower. It just has like 4 screws. There's one right there, another one right there, and then on the bottom. Okay, after we do that, then we put the front panel, which is the door. We'll put it up, and then it has the screws right there, which are the star screws. And then we connect those 2 harnesses. And then don't forget the bottom screws. There's 4 right there. Okay, guys, so let me go ahead and do that. Bring the lid down, and we're gonna go ahead and test it out. Okay. Okay, guys, we have assembled. All right, PF, which means power failure. It was disconnected before. So we're gonna go ahead and test it. Just kind of give you a rundown again. Screw right there, screw right there, screw right there, right? Left, right for the filter. You see it has been plugged in. Just remember, you are working with a 220, so disconnect it, guys, before you work on one of these. All right, just a little caution right there. And the panels on the back, the screws right there all the way around. All right, so this is what holds from the lid sliding back so you can remove it. All right, so it's locked in place. We're gonna go ahead and test it. It wasn't turning on, it was just making a click. So we're gonna do mixed load, just a normal load, hold to start, and there it goes. Okay, bad thermal fuse. That's the reason why the machine was not turning on. Once again, if the belt is broken, the belt pulley does have a switch. So if it doesn't turn on and it's not the fuse, check your belt. Another thing will be the door switch will be right here. If that door switch is bad, the light might turn on, but it won't turn on the motor. That's another reason why your machine won't kick in. Or lastly, check your voltage coming from the outlet. All right, if you're only getting 120, you're probably getting enough juice to turn on, but not to run. So once again, if you have any questions or any other models, if you need any parts, we do work with manufacturers directly. All right, so we do carry with original parts, guys. So sorry about the sirens. We have our shop near the freeway. All right, guys, but if you have any other questions, leave a comment. Go ahead and subscribe. More videos are coming out soon. Thank you guys for watching.